Hi, it's Dan from Prime Plus Meats. One of the questions that I continually get is what is the difference between aged beef and non-aged beef? I'm going to explain. I have a book that's probably this thick on aging of beef, but I'm going to talk to you about the two things that have the most effect to the consumer. When you have beef that's aged, you hang it in a controlled temperature cooler, and what it does to the beef is it drains excess blood and water weight, so you're not paying for water weight. Give you an example of that water weight that I'm talking about. Like everybody, you and I have gone to a store at one point or another to buy a nice 4-pound roast, brought it home, taken that 4-pound roast that's this size, put it in the oven, and when you get it out of the oven, it has gone from this size to this size, and that is because of the loss of water and blood weight within the product. And believe me, none of the stores want to get rid of the water because they're charging you by the pound, okay? So the benefit there is you're not paying for water weight. The second thing that's a great benefit is as the meat hangs, it relaxes, and the more it relaxes, the longer you hang it, the more it relaxes, the more it relaxes, the more tender it becomes. So you are getting the Cadillac of beef when you're aging beef. So there are 4 methods that you can use to go buy meat as a consumer. One of them would be to go directly to the farmer. Now, I fully support that as a small local business. I think it's very important to support local businesses. So what you're going to get from the farmer is he will probably be able to tell you what he feeds that product. He is going to be able to sell it to you at a very reasonable price. It's just a benefit to deal with the local farmer. The negative to that, though, is when you buy from a farmer, you normally have to buy either a quarter cow or a half a cow, and you need to buy everything within that quarter cow or a half a cow. Much of what's in that you're not going to use. And I guess the last part, or the 2 last things, is that A, he's going to wrap it in butcher quality paper. And if you have that in your freezer for too long of a period of time, you're going to be going back into your freezer and find a lot of product that has been freezer burned, and that's definitely not what you want. The very last point is farmers do not age their beef. The ideal of the perfect farmer to have a cow is to turn that product over as quick as he can. If you want to go to the next step, you would go to the store to buy meat. And if you go to the store to buy your beef, you're then going to be able to get better packaging. You're going to be able to pick any cut you want from the store, and they're going to charge you accordingly for that product. The negative part about that is much that happens in the store today when it comes to beef, a lot of it is mechanically tenderized. There is no aging. At best, the aging is normally 7 to 10 days at max. So that is kind of the pros and cons of buying at the store. If you wanted to upgrade your purchase, the best way to do that would be go to your local butcher, if you can still find a local butcher anywhere, because they're becoming more and more distinct as we move along. There's only probably a half a dozen butchers in the city of Ottawa right now. But if you go to the butcher, you're going to be able to pick the cuts you want, choose the sizes you want. He's going to be able to better wrap that product for you. And the key thing he's going to be able to offer you is he's going to age his meat approximately 21 days. Most butchers are averaging 21 days in age. And if you age 21 days, you're going to get the best of product. If you wanted to buy the Cadillac of beef, you want to buy restaurant quality beef, okay? All restaurant quality beef is going to be aged 28 to 40 days. If you were to go to the steak, if you were to go to the Keg, or you were to go to see Sammy at Al's Steakhouse, you are guaranteed 2 things. You're going to get a very, very consistent tender steak every time you go, and that's because it's aged 28 to 40 days. And you're going to get, obviously, the service. They're going to serve it to you, so you don't have to cook it, I guess, which is a good thing. The only negative that I can see about that is you're going to pay for that steak, okay? With Prime Plus Meats, everything you are getting in beef from us is going to be aged 28 to 60 days in aging. You are getting restaurant quality beef, the best quality you can get, at prices that are comparable to any store.